ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button before the ANC bans YouTube, because what I'm about to reveal to you will have you laughing so hard you will forget we're all about to be economically obliterated. Thanos Avengers Infinity War style. If you don't want to be the last person wondering why our politicians are secretly lighting candles and praying for Trump's demise, you need to stay tuned to The Truth Report and the Summer Sambit. Watch this. Luthuli house, 2 a.m. The lights are dim. Imagine this. And there's Fikile Mbalula, Cyril Ramaphosa, and the entire ANC leadership sitting in a circle, holding hands, wearing their cult-like uniform, chanting, "Please, universe, make Trump disappear," like some sort of desperate political seance. Why, you may ask? Because after spending months and months and months on talking tough about sanctions and transformation, reality just slapped them harder than load shedding hits during dinner time. Then it turns it into an automatic romance night. Remember when Mbalula stood at that podium with all the confidence of a man who's never been in a real fight, declaring, "If they want to bring sanctions on us, let them bring it on"? You remember that? You will, because I made a video on that. Well, apparently, Trump took that personally. And now the ANC is discovering what every school kid learns eventually. When you challenge the biggest bully on the playground, you better be ready for what comes next. Playboy. It's like watching someone poke a sleeping lion with a stick and then arrogantly Googling how to outrun a lion when it wakes up. Spoiler alert, you can't. But here's what happened after Mbalula's tough guy routine. Someone on the ANC actually did the math. They discovered that American sanctions don't just hurt your feelings, they hurt your economy. Hundreds of thousands of jobs depend on US trade. So already, our already struggling economy can't survive a trade war. Suddenly, Mr. Bring It On came around. But sources tell me, and by sources, I mean common sense, that there's now a secret ANC WhatsApp group that is called Trump Watch 2025. Every single morning, one of them checks if he's still alive, still the president, and still remembers South Africa exists. The group admin is probably Fikile Mbalula, appointed by none other than Cyril Pinocchio Ramaphosa himself, sending daily updates like day 47, Trump is still alive, still talking about tariffs. Cyril, please call your Angole cattle for backup prayers. You know Cyril Ramaphosa is in full panic mode when he starts making his Angole cattle work overtime. Word is, he's got them grazing in patterns that spell out, "We're sorry," hoping Trump sees it on Google Earth. But now, seriously, imagine being Ramaphosa right now. Imagine being Pinocchio. You've got Mbalula running around challenging superpowers while you're there desperately just trying to make peace and fix what he broke and kicking out Andrew Whitfield and Emma Power. It's like being a parent whose toddler just insulted Mike Tyson at a restaurant. The funniest part is they had a perfect example with Colombia's president. I say this all the time. Trump literally sanctioned Colombia from a golf cart. A golf cart. While probably eating a hot dog and complaining about the weather. Because Trump is Trump. But did the ANC learn from this? Of course not. Of course not. They thought, that won't happen to us because we are different. We had Mzege Zege and DJ Spoo. We had Mandoza. We are special. Special is right. Specially positioned to get economically demolished. I don't remember Brenda Fassie helping with economics, guys. Now, the ANC is desperately trying to figure out how to keep their transformation policies without getting sanctioned into the Stone Age. It's like trying to keep your cake while simultaneously throwing it at someone who actually controls your entire food supply. Make it make sense. That's why I gotta adjust my glasses every time I talk about this. It doesn't make sense. They're probably having emergency meetings about strategic transformation and diplomatic BBEE and the BBLs, basically trying to find fancy words for please don't destroy our economy, please. Poor Fikile Mbalula is now probably the least popular person in the ANC. Every single time Trump tweets about tariffs, everyone at Luthuli House, everyone, probably gives Mbalula that side eye. Like they're doing this.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
I like how the sirens are playing at the same time. So he went from being the tough guy who stood up to America to being the guy who blames when their BMW gets repossessed because of sanctions. I imagine ANC prayer meetings have gotten very specific lately. Dear ancestors, please make Trump forget about us. And then he remembers them even more in the end. Dear universe, maybe a nice retirement in Florida. Dear anyone listening, because we refuse to believe God is real, can we please pretend Mbalula was just joking? They've probably consulted every single Sangoma from Cape Town to Polokwane, asking for protection spells against American tariffs. Completely ridiculous, when all they have to say is apologize. The ANC's International Relations Department is probably working overtime, trying to explain away Mbalula's comments. What the Secretary General meant to say was bring on the sanctions. Please don't actually bring sanctions. Because we were speaking metaphorically. You see, Mbalula likes to speak metaphorically. It was opposite day. Please don't hurt us. And by hurt us, I mean hurt us because it is opposite day. The ANC has backed themselves into a corner. They can't back down from their own transformation agenda without losing face. But they also cannot afford to actually get sanctioned without losing everything else, except their bank accounts, because we are the ones who are going to suffer and not them. And they must stop acting like it's them that are going to suffer. They're holding themselves hostage and then hoping the other guy cares about their well-being than they do. Every single morning, ANC leaders probably wake up and check Trump's Twitter with the same pain in their heart, with the same anxiety level as students checking exam results. One tweet could crash the rand, eliminate jobs, and turn transformation into nothing but economic devastation. They are literally living in fear of 280 characters or less. While the ANC is busy challenging America, other countries are probably taking notes. South Africa, oh South Africa. Hey, shut your mouth. The Summer Sambit is making a video. Now, what was I saying? Oh, maybe we should reconsider that investment trade deal, diplomatic relationship, because we're taking notes from what to not do when dealing with America. It's like watching someone burn bridges while standing on them. You don't want to be that guy. So take notes and see what happens so that you don't do the same next time. The truth is, behind all the rough talk and public bravado, ladies and gentlemen, the ANC is absolutely terrified. They know they cannot survive American sanctions. They know they've overplayed their hand. They know Mbalula's mouth has potentially written checks their economy cannot cash. So yes, they are probably genuinely hoping Trump just goes away. Maybe retires early. Maybe gets distracted by something shiny. Maybe forgets that South Africa exists. Bottom line is the ANC spent decades fighting apartheid and colonialism and all of that, only to find themselves desperately hoping an American president doesn't notice them anymore. Completely ridiculous. The irony is so thick, you could cut it with a land expropriation bill. They went from bring it on to please bring it off faster than load shedding during a heat wave. This is why you need to subscribe. Share with everyone you know and everyone who enjoys the comedy V brings, the comedy gold he spits, and stay tuned for more episodes of how to accidentally threaten your own economy. Because let's face it, watching the ANC try to talk their way out of this mess Mbalula has created is better entertainment than anything on Netflix, even Squid Game Season 3. And unlike Netflix, this comedy special might actually bankrupt the country. the ANC making foreign policy decisions like nothing but teenagers making TikToks without thinking about the consequences. This is the Summer Sambit, and like always, I'll see you next time.